Living Proof approaches the toughest beauty challenges with technology from MIT scientists, so you know you're dealing with science, not just marketing gimmicks. I am obsessed with Living Proof, particularly since I got my new bangs. I use this texturizer that you put right on the bangs. I put them on. I truly do not even blow dry my bangs. When I got bangs, everyone said, hey, they're going to be a lot of work. Genuinely speaking from my heart, they're no work. I'm telling you, I love Living Proof. I also use their dry shampoo because I don't wash my hair as much as I should. From frizz to damage to fullness, Living Proof products do exactly what they claim to do without using silicones, parabens, phthalates, or animal testing, like their award-winning dry shampoo that actually cleans your hair. Unlike other dry shampoos, Living Proof doesn't just mask oil, sweat, and odors. It removes them completely, leaving your hair looking clean, fresh, and ready to take on the day. It is no wonder why they have won 8 Best of Beauty Breakthrough Awards. Living Proof is delivering results you can see from across the room. Make the switch to Living Proof today by visiting livingproof.com/housewives and use promo code housewives to get a free sample of their award-winning dry shampoo with your purchase. That's livingproof.com/housewives, promo code housewives for a free sample of dry shampoo with your purchase. livingproof.com/housewives, promo code housewives. Everyone, you know we love some good boots on the ground. Take a second to learn about our favorite boots, Saludos. Whether it's for spring, summer, fall, or winter, Saludos shoes are the best on the ground, period. Saludos makes thoughtfully crafted shoes for wherever you travel, whether it's in Real Housewives circles or just around the corner. I have the cutest little slides that I love. Obviously, LA, I can wear them all year round, and I get a lot of comments on them. And that's really why we're wearing anything, right? So people compliment us, and I'm getting them. We love these shoes, and we know that you will love them too. Visit saludos.com today and get 10% off with code HOUSEWIVES. That's SOLUDOS.com today and get 10% off with code HOUSEWIVES.
Hey guys, Bitch Sesh is doing some new live shows coming up soon in April. We're going to be in Los Angeles at Largo on April 3rd. We're really excited about that show. And we still have a few tickets left for our San Francisco show for the 9:30 show on April 5th at the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco. We haven't been in San Francisco in a few years and we're so excited to be back. And there's still a few tickets left, so grab them while you can. See you guys there.
Hi.
Hi, Casey.
Hi, Danielle.
How you been, girl?
I've been good. How are you?
You know, JKLIVIN.
Yeah, you and I have been through some stuff the last few weeks, but it feels good to be back together.
Back in the satellite nook.
And I am flustered.
I know. We have our biggest star yet?
Yes. A star in our midst, a friend.
An Academy Award nominee.
A lover. And
a fighter.
Yes, and a hero, honestly.
A true hero.
A true hero, comedically and just personally, a very, very, very nice person.
Yeah.
I mean, you know her as the star of every single thing from Saturday Night Live to Bridesmaids, and I know her as one of the only nice people to me at Saturday Night Live. Please welcome Kristen Wiig.
Guys.
What a dream to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. I always pictured like you guys talking and then you would bring the guest in and they like walked in from another room.
Like through the curtain?
But they watch you.
We forced them to sit here and watch us.
We gave you a shortened version, but others have had to sit blank faced for a half hour.
And when they make a peep, we're like, shut your mouth. Don't say a goddamn thing.
Like, we'll bring you in when we're ready.
Speak when spoken to.
Yeah, that's how we like it. But
sorry you're sitting on a hard bench.
Guys, I'm really happy to be here. You know I love the podcast.
We appreciate that.
And the New York show was so good.
Thank you.
It was really, 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 really funny. Really good.
I am so happy to have you. So you are a huge Housewives fan.
Yes.
But you are.
I am. No, yes, I am.
And we text a lot about it, but I didn't know, and I wouldn't dare ask to bring it to the podcast because I wouldn't
talk about it.
And you do.
I need to talk about it.
We appreciate that. I think ourselves for sure when we see someone of your talent and someone we revere like you and
Calibra.
Calibra. When we see you down in the muck, it makes us feel good about ourselves and our way of life. So I appreciate that.
And you'll get down there.
I'll get down.
Yeah.
I'll stay down.
Now,
And
how
then I'll
did you
talk
come to
about it.
find Housewives? And then we're going
Oh
to
my God, that's a really
launch.
good question.
Usually it's during a dark time in someone's life.
Yes, it was dark. I was depressed. I'm trying to remember which one. I went to OC late. I know that was the first show, but I think I started with Jersey maybe.
Interesting way in.
Right?
Okay.
What was after OC?
After OC came New York, I think, and
Yeah.
then Atlanta, and then Jersey.
No, then maybe I started with Atlanta because I came into New York in OC late.
Wow.
And I love New York right now. I know we're not talking about that one tonight, but I am so excited.
So we
I'm
were
so
supposed
excited.
to record with you tomorrow night on
Yes.
the premiere night
Yes.
of New York.
Yes.
I have to fly to New York tomorrow for work. And
Fly to the heart of the beast.
And I will be happy to be there as it's airing. It does feel good.
I know.
but-
It'll be like when the Yankee. One time I was in New York when the Yankees won the World Series,
It's
and
the
the
same
town
thing.
exploded, and I feel like it's the same thing. Just walking through the streets, like feeling it on you.
Like
Energy.
Angie Cohen lives here.
Yeah. Is Ramona somewhere? I feel her.
She is. She'll be out.
She'll be out in one of those weird
She'll
cut
be out.
bathing suits.
on the Upper East Side, they're all just they're all just wandering around the Upper East Side.
Boutique is jammed with people.
Oh,
Now, Kristen, we have
Yes.
just seen an episode.
guys, I can't wait. I
Wow.
mean, I didn't want any time to pass between
No, we came
the
right
end of
to-
the episode to the mics, and I'm so
Yes.
glad because I'm still feeling it.
We were watching Beverly Hills, and you said we must record now.
You said, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's go to the mic.
Okay, so we need to just talk about the whole. It's confusing.
It's weird to have a 180-degree turnaround in an episode where I'm so strongly thinking one thing, and then by the end, I am on a total other side.
I'm almost I'm questioning the validity of those texts. I'm almost going back to the other side because I'm like, Teddy just doesn't seem like she would lie. I don't know.
She is an accountability coach.
Well, she doesn't seem like it because she fucking says it every other second.
Yeah.
Like, I don't lie. The way she's handling herself is
To say, bring that dog in. That looks like to
bring that dog in.
Bring
but
that dog
we
in.
know that they've all completely turned against Lisa since then. So I don't know what to believe.
Oh, you mean like
in the
because
trades
it
that we've seen. Like
yeah.
in Us magazine.
Daily Mail, the trade.
the trades. No, because the season started with, and you guys talked about it, the very dramatic flashes of Lisa's house and then the fight.
Lisa's belt and jeans.
But I have to say, if we go through the whole season and this is still being talked about and this is the big fight, I'm going to be upset.
But it is.
It is. There's no way it's not.
There has to be more things. There have to be more things.
But last year, it was just simply that Teddy was waiting for Dorit for 15 minutes. And we've dealt with smaller issues over the course of the season.
That's true.
We've dealt with much smaller. We've dealt with like just not even a dog, not even a human life at stake. Or
So
a dog's
we all
life.
were feeling different things. I feel like it's so hard with the John Sesh.
With the John Blizzard.
With the John Blizzard and the John Sesha and all the two Johns.
Dirty
John Blizzard's
Dirty
role
John
in it.
Blizzard.
Yeah.
Dirty John Blizzard. What I would give to have John Blizzard sitting here.
If someone knows John Blizzard and can contact him and put him in touch with us, we would appreciate to get his side of the storm.
I mean, we could try to get him right now. Live.
Via satellite.
I don't know.
I don't know. You said you felt that Lisa seemed a bit guilty.
She just felt she was very quiet and very sad, and she was crying.
Her
And I
brother
don't
has
know.
recently passed. And
Well, no, yeah, that's of
sorry to
course.
throw
That,
that.
no, that is
Yeah.
that is a tragic thing. But in this situation, I
Yeah.
felt like she was very not herself. Maybe it's because of other personal things going on. I don't know.
I think you were right. You were saying that if she would have just defended herself harder, I think, or kind of been like,
She would have been like, you're full of
"Guys,
shit. Sorry,
yeah."
no, done. But she was like, I don't know. It was a different, and again, maybe it's for other reasons. I don't know. But it was a
But
different
I do,
Lisa.
I also do feel she would have come out harder. Lisa has been on top for so long. She's not going to take it from Teddy Mellencamp or John Blizzard. So I feel like she has been the queen bee for a long time.
I'm still confused.
So am I.
Yes,
I
we
need
all
to
are.
just even back up. I'm confused with, so they're suggesting that Lisa told John Blizzard to tell Teddy that this happened because That's where it gets a little muddy for me.
So what I think is that because Lisa's such a rabid dog person, I think she and John
She's a rabid
Sesh,
dog.
she's
And a rabid dog person. Both of those are true statements.
Yes. She was adopted at Vanderpump Dogs. I think she and John are such rabid dog people that they were
Not John
furious.
Blizzard.
Yeah,
John Sesha.
John Sesh.
I think
Wait, who's John Blizzard?
John Blizzard is the younger.
Is just a young guy that washes dogs there and apparently does sporting events with Teddy.
God. Okay. I thought they were the same person.
So John Blizzard is the, how to say, rather waxier
Who's the one that was there with the dog?
John Sesha.
That's John Sesha.
Sasha, who's her partner, not an employee.
Yes.
So John Blizzard is of text.
Okay.
And John Sesha is of person.
Clear.
If that makes sense.
This is like characters in the Bible.
I know.
And Handmaid's Tale of John, of Blizzard.
Of John.
Of Sesha was there.
Of Blizzard.
Yeah.
He attacked.
So I think that they were so angry when this happened. I'm just picturing Lisa being like, she didn't fucking call me and this dog could have been killed and going crazy.
Yes.
And they were, Lisa's like, well, I can bring it up. Like, she's my friend. And somehow something got muddied where Lisa, I feel, maybe said somewhat offhandedly, like, I wish you could tell Teddy so everyone would find out about this.
Right. Yes.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
And now Lisa's like in that place where you have kind of lied, but it wasn't that big a deal, but you can't quite reel it back. Something I've done thousands of times.
Oh, I'll reel with the best of them.
Yeah.
But Lisa Vanderpump, I'll be like, I'll reel it in real quick. But Lisa Vanderpump never apologizes, never admits wrong, and never admits to getting into the dirt. Like never admits
Because she leaves before.
the puppet master. She never will admit to puppeteering what happens, even with those magazines with which they sort of flashed back on in this episode, like the magazines with Brandy. And then there was one other thing they flashed back on. Well, she's like, no, I've never. Oh, with the Lisa Rinna thing and the with the Yolanda.
Right.
The Munchausen.
Oh,
I like you really put a Munchausen on there.
Munchausen. With
Guys, the things that have gone on.
that we remember.
all
We're
of
using
it.
a space in our brain to hold on to this information. I remember that stuff better than.
I can't remember a parent-teacher conference from
Right.
Michelle, but I remember.
I saw you just
Munchausen by
nodding
proxy.
thoughtfully, Kristen, when the Munchausen came up. You're like, yes.
Ooh, I remember
That was a different time in my life. I remember where I lived. I remember where I was. These are important.
Like when people remember when JFK was shot.
Yes.
Yolanda had Munchausen by proxy.
When David was like making comments about her breasts as soon as she came to from her surgery, we remember these things.
Of course. Thank you for bringing that gem up.
Dorit's kind of attitude in the whole thing was pretty wild too, because she clearly.
But okay, so Teddy storms in and says, Dorit, I need to talk to you. And she said, you didn't do anything wrong. Didn't she say something like that?
Yes.
What did that in?
She meant because Dorit and Teddy have had such a bad history, which is why people are accusing Lisa of giving this information to Teddy. I think Blizzard just got to Teddy because they had a connection.
Okay.
Based on some things that Teddy did. I don't think Teddy was picked out of because she's had a tough history with Dorit. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, but why would she say you didn't do anything wrong?
I think she felt like because it was a setup, she thought Dorit would have thought Teddy was doing this because she hates her.
Okay.
What was shocking to me about
I'm coming to this.
No,
I'm more just the person that needs the show explained to her rather than commenting on it.
It's so confusing. But I thought the most shocking part of that entire episode on some level, but the texts were definitely shocking, but also the fact that Teddy storms in and is like, I need an apology to Lisa Vanderpump. And she's like, I don't know, I'm confused. And she's just like, you said this, you said that. And then literally walks into the next room and Dorit's been there the whole time.
Yeah. And Dorit's there. And when Teddy's like, you did nothing wrong, did she mean, I also need it explained to me, and I'm sure our listeners will, but she meant like you did nothing wrong by giving this dog back?
No. Yes.
We're going to talk about this for 5 hours.
And this is what they're going to do this entire season.
And that's why
and then Teddy shows the little edited cut text, which we need. Let's go.
Why was it so small?
Because she was cutting out
other things
in the conversation.
Whereas Ken's in large old man print and font.
The text with a plural. There were some tough shots of Ken.
Big enlarged text.
Ken is a mummified British fop. so like he barely moves his face. He had a stroke a long time ago, it seems, and is just sort of being propped up.
And that was a wild moment because then we're seeing next week that Lisa's reading these to Dorit. And the crazy moment to me was at dinner when Dorit was like, Teddy, I believe you. I believe you. And
I thought Lisa was going to storm out and be like,
Dorit.
Thanks, Teddy.
Yeah.
But she's like, you've been a good friend. Good night.
She said it to three of them.
people.
And one of them was Dorit when she, in her testimonial, was like, you're a terrible friend, Teddy.
But that's why I think she is guilty, because she could have started a lot with Dorit there. Like, I've been a friend for you forever. I didn't do this. Instead, she was like, I love you. Have a great
She's
day.
like,
She's like, remember us.
Remember what we had with PK and Ken and
Boy George.
And apparently, as you said, James Kennedy's father.
It's a theory.
Yeah.
Do we need to explain?
Yes,
please
Well, no,
explain.
because I remember on your podcast, you were wondering why Lisa felt so
Maternal.
To James. And I remember, I think.
You remember what you were wearing?
I remember
and
that
what
I
you
made
were
this
doing?
up. No, that James mentioned that his father worked with Boy George. Right? Am I right?
No, you're right. You're right.
so.
And so I think there's got to be some Boy George, PK, Dorit, James's family,
Jacqueline.
Vanderpump. Yes. Connection. And maybe they all knew each other a long time ago.
Yeah, back in the old country.
PK and James's father both have that same look of like a ruddy British man beyond his prime that's like drank too much in the pub.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a rough look on both of them.
This episode was so confounding, and Lisa Rinna's role in it. What do you make of it?
I think she just gets that spoon out and just stirs it up. She is the spoon.
It's
in
like a
this kitchen.
wooden ladle.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
I love watching Lisa Rinna
Me too.
so much.
It's just like she's like licking up some syrup.
She loves it. She loves
lovely.
all of it. And I love watching her love it. And she's in it. And she's just
she's so
spreading it
committed
around.
to it.
And she's just lying in it.
And she's so happy. At one point, there's no music playing on the boat, and she just gets up dancing on the boat to zero music.
I just need to be on a boat with that woman.
With that high cut white suit.
Oh,
God
she's
damn.
not
Her
afraid.
Her body.
Her body makes me crazy.
Me too. That high cut white suit was attracted
And there's never a
to her.
bad. She's wearing a white bathing suit.
They were behind her
in
while she.
sneakers. Not many people can do that
wild
on a bike that blends your drinks.
Yes, and they got her from behind blending the drink with her legs.
I can't. I don't know.
Now, sorry to digress, but because we're talking about Lisa Rinna, can we discuss the commercial that we were given?
Oh, I hope people did not fast forward this.
No,
I'm
everyone
sure people
watched.
did what we did, where we fast forwarded and then we saw Kris Jenner and Lisa
Rinna in a Blockbuster.
convertible.
In a
Blockbuster video, and we were around it. That commercial
For the new Marvel movie was
For Mrs.
the most
the
effective
marvelous Mrs. Marvel.
marketing. It was like Brie Larson falls through a ceiling of a Blockbuster.
Why in the 80s?
While Lisa is returning videos in the dark.
in the dark, in a convertible, back in
Putting it in the
time,
slot.
with Kris Jenner, who's got brown spice lip liner on. And then it very much looked like a shot with her and Brie Larson, which I felt so bad for Brie in that moment.
I
It
know.
was like a wild.
She needs to know.
I gotta say,
people need to know she did not film that commercial.
there should have been like a ticker tape.
Yeah.
One of your movies, I hope for you, Kristen, that you will be acting alongside.
Oh my God,
greats
that's my
of
dream
Kris Jenner.
to have housewives act like they've seen the movie and that they.
Oh, that would be. Let's
But
let's
wait,
wish
so
on a
then
star.
Kris Jenner
pulls out a 90s phone.
a 90s phone and calls Hollywood. Doesn't call. They're just there.
At what seems to be 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Says
at
she
the
needs
office.
a movie.
This should be a movie. Oh no, who needs a movie? Brie
She
needs
said
a movie.
that she needs to have her own movie
In 20.
Why can't we understand television? Is this finally
Television is proving hard to understand this evening.
I love when they have the housewives do movie promos.
my favorite-
It is my favorite thing to watch.
so good.
It gives me the chills every time because I'm like, I can't look away, and yet I feel sick to my stomach also watching them. It's a joy.
And the combos, like sometimes it's housewives from different shows.
Oh.
And that just makes my
brain explode. Different eras, they'll
I'm
mix.
surprised they haven't done like okay, we're doing a vacation, like a show about a vacation home with different housewives from different
VIP
cities.
or like not
Just
VIP.
An all-star. Joel
Yeah,
Osteen said they should have an all-star. He wants them all on an island, like the best of the best.
Or even the worst of the worst.
Or just
7 randos.
doesn't even matter. I'll watch it.
Couple of them, or Rosia or Maria. Lisa's.
Oh, that's
that was another
and then it
moment.
disconnected, and it was just...
Watching her try and call Ken and her landline.
I wanted Ken to be home because because when she walked in the door, I was like, oh, she's calling Ken, like that's her person. She needs to like tell him what happened, and she
Did not.
he wasn't there.
They're like, he's in the ground right now. He's a vampire. He's in the ground. He hasn't come out sundown. He hasn't come out yet.
And then she had to call back, and she's like, "Oh, Rosia," and there's like a long crackly pause. And she's like, "I mean Maria," and then this poor woman is like, "Oh, Miss Lisa, Ken's not here." I was like,
And the
this
dogs
scene.
and the swans and
everyone,
the boars and all the animals are
The horses
in the house.
were neighing. The swans were.
That flamingo though.
So
guys.
cute.
But her reaction to every animal as if she is about to make love to it is so upsetting. Every time she's always like, I just want to hump this animal. So upsetting.
When Lisa said, "I wish that I was with," in this hilarious testimonial when she said, "I wish I was with these birds and those birds," I did though I think Lisa loves animals because there is something not quite right with Lisa, and she genuinely does love animals more than humans. I think Lisa's got a lot of like shattered
like an
female friendships in
intimacy
her
thing?
past.
Well, they
I
can't
think
talk
with
back.
women, there's something going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think she has all of her old friends?
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding.
You have a lot of old. I've met many of your old friends.
I don't know. Something's going on. Like, I feel like Lisa and Ken are just like, but I don't know. I mean, Dreet says they all have friends.
I'm just
That's not
realizing we have
interesting to
not.
continue
No,
on
no, no.
that
It is
strange.
no. I want to talk about this more, but I do want to mention the Rolex delivery
Oh.
in the middle
of
a private dinner
On the beach.
on a balcony.
at what seems was probably just by the filming was midnight.
I was gonna say the middle of the night.
Now, a delivery
shoot.
would have been one thing, but first, a man came and got
her
a credit card.
Got her credit card, and she had a watch delivered at dinner.
a $10,000 watch.
That we had to see the scene of her talking to Mauricio about. That
Ask
was
permission to get.
And in Kyle's testimony, you can just tell how far gone she was. She was like, it was hilarious. We were all fighting, and then, ooh, Rolex. It's like, that's not what was weird about that.
Oh, God.
And Denise, God love her, wanting French fries.
Oh, Denise.
I
Denise
really
is-
love Denise.
Oh, she's a joy. She's a pleasure and a
Yes.
joy. I hope she has something for us, though.
I think it's coming.
Really?
And you know what? Even if she doesn't,
Even if she doesn't,
I'll
I'm
take
okay.
it.
Yeah,
she's beautiful to
she's
look
like
at.
a little breath of just fresh air. and I love
fresh.
her.
She feels very fresh.
Fresh.
You were
Malibu
saying
fresh.
that all she packed was
Just like 2 pairs of jean shorts. It was just shot. Like every time the women like leave the room, they come out in like some sort of like, like just like ball gown or some sort of like kimono. And she's always just like, I got 2 pairs of like lucky jean shorts.
Well, if I was on vacation with my friends and they said, come over for breakfast,
I would have
I
gone
would brush my teeth
if I did that.
and maybe some, just like a final check.
final touches.
Final check. And that's
But
about
has
it.
Denise seen the show? I'm not sure she has.
I don't think she watches it.
No.
She seems very just. The funny thing is, when everyone was like staring each other down in those long shots, like everyone knew their part was like, I'm just doing long shots, and Denise was looking like, oh God, oh God. I'm just turning the heat down. Are you guys hot?
I'm a little warm.
I'm right as rain.
But I am wearing you can keep that going. Keep that going. Lyra, keep it
Keep
going.
it going.
This is where the good stuff comes in.
We all stripped
I am
down.
really, really hot. It's all right.
Ooh, that's a cute.
Thank you,
That's a really cute top.
You have very good style.
Casey,
You
thank
always
very
No,
much.
you
have.
do.
No.
Oh my gosh, that's very nice.
You always
of
have such.
Are you
cute-
styling yourself?
You mean like when I go out to
Yeah, like to an event
Oh, no,
and-
no.
Because you have great, I mean, like in general, you're styling.
What about in life?
Oh, no, in life, yes.
Yeah.
This is jeans.
No, but there's a cool factor.
there
that's
is.
Thank you
happening.
guys.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Did you say hips?
Yeah, I'm 100. What do you want from me?
There's a hip.
The other week, I said on the podcast, I used a word I've never used before, and I was like, "Oh, I'm my grandmother." Where I was like, I can't remember what the word was.
Oh
but-
boy, we can't even remember the word.
That might be grandma.
Wow. Now, what else in this episode? So we're still wherever we were.
But wait, so
In Bahama
Ken,
Mama.
So Ken, let's just figure out what just happened off
Okay,
screen.
Great.
Ken went down to Vanderpump
He
dog,
I
which
feel
is
like he
probably a
visited-
good 35-minute drive for
Oh
them.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
feel like
say.
he knocked on John Blizzard's house. He was like,
He might have gone to his
Yes.
house.
like
in the
John
middle of the night.
Blizzard.
Backing up one little step, when Lisa got on the phone with John Sesh and he was like, "I'm not your employee." Do we think that she called him the night before and was like, "Listen, I'm going to call you in the morning, clear this up for me, and make it look like I don't run you, I don't control you."
I feel like that opens like a weird
Okay, let's not open
reality
that door.
Pandora's box for me of like what's real on the show.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's set up and like
And what's not.
yeah, because I don't want to think of that stuff, but it's real.
I wonder-
like
But it's
you
a
know what I
reality
mean?
we
You
have
guys-
to live with.
You
Yeah.
guys just went out last night, but don't talk about it. Don't text each other. Have breakfast.
But
then
I
talk
actually
about
think their reactions always seem real. Like, for instance,
They
Lisa
do,
did
that's the
not
thing.
see
There's-
those
they
text
can't be
messages.
they're not
She had not
acting.
seen those text messages before.
Yeah, those Texases.
Those text
Texas.
messages that
I've got a million Texases here.
97 font. So, okay. So now Ken goes over to
97
John
font.
Blizzard's house
and says,
gets a printout. It is lightning and thunder
I know.
around
I saw
us.
a lightning strike that was just like beyond your head. It was
Really?
just, like right there.
But it's creating a mood around
really
this
is.
episode.
I
It
wanna
was a
leave.
mystery.
Can I spend the night?
Yes.
someone will be murdered, and
Oh.
I hope
the
you're
lights
getting
are
this
going to go
thunder.
out, and someone's going to be dead, and it's going to be John Blizzard.
Oh.
John Blizzard comes in and murders us all.
I wish this was the Halloween episode.
Another thing that happened.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Oh,
last thing, just
So,
Ken
Ken, so
sends
he,
those texts.
he says to him,
says,
"Can you
Hey, John
show
Blizzard.
me your text? Show me the text."
between you and Teddy.
He probably sees them and is like, "You need to print these out."
Mhm.
But
John says,
do
"I
it
don't
again
have,
because
John
that's
says, I
much
don't
too
have a
small."
printer."
Yeah.
Wait, let's do reality.
Yeah, I don't have a printer.
Come follow me to Kinko's. There is no Kinko's anymore. It's closed.
There's one Kinko's FedEx in the valley. Let's go there.
Are you hungry? Then they have a
No,
snack.
suck my dick. Just kidding. I don't know why.
We're just
I
kidding.
wanted to see Ken and John Blizzard.
I want to see that.
I do
show.
too.
There were no
Shuffling
cameras.
around, just trying to find the papers.
I want to see that show, and I also want to see a show of like the Glam Squad. What are they doing?
What are they
at
doing?
night?
Yes.
They
I think
are
that they
doing
power
it.
down. I think
You
they
think?
just power
I know
down.
they
Like
might.
they just go, and then like that's it.
I
Like,
think they
don't
tear it
come on.
up.
And I don't think Mikey's there the whole time. I think he's there maybe like one of the days.
for the on camera of it all,
Yeah.
and then leaves.
Dorit has hair and makeup there,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Yes.
But how come she doesn't show them?
She does last week. I feel like she did for a minute.
She did when they were crimping.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess it's all wrong. Everything I'm saying.
It's okay.
It's just so
they don't
much.
get as much attention as Erica's Glam Squad. They are probably not as much
yeah,
fun.
they're probably
like,
just
yeah.
like hair
Yeah.
and makeup.
But I
I'm
feel like
worried about Dorit's finances personally. I am. We know there's like liens happening and things are happening.
Oh, see, I don't even know if I know that stuff.
yeah,
There's trouble.
There's trouble in paradise.
Okay,
And
I know they got robbed.
Yes,
But-
by themselves probably.
PK
Yes, I did hear that.
that someone
I-
says they like
That was
PK owes a lot of money.
he does.
And so
and like gambling debt, right?
how much do you think they make an episode?
okay, well these are the questions. I mean, Nene used to make I think $100,000 an episode.
What
Yeah.
the?
And guess what? Worth it. Worth every
Are you
penny.
kidding?
Well, I'm just thinking about Saturday Night Live. Like when you start, you
I
make
have
like
changed- I
$5.
have changed my posture. That is.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. These women are stars. Are you okay?
Are you thinking of changing your career?
I
You're
had
taking
no
it back.
idea. I just had no idea.
But that's Nene.
That's
I
Nene.
don't
She
know
is-
what.
Yeah, she's
okay. So each house, each city probably has their Nene. Of
What do you
like who
think
makes
Vicky
the most, right?
Gumbelson is making?
She's probably making a lot, probably because they've been on the air and
Yeah.
she has to get a raise every year.
Yeah, I feel like a Teddy's making like 22.
If
$22 and a sandwich.
You think? Oh, maybe.
less?
Yeah, like 14.
Oh my god, I love that we're talking about what they're making.
14. No, maybe Teddy could be making 3.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
Oh, and it's raining. Can you guys hear that?
I mean, it is thundering. It's lightning. It's
So
raining as
cozy in
we
here. I
try
love
to
it.
come
Today's
up
wearing
with
jeans. Oh.
You were like, I wish I wasn't on a hard bench.
No, the bench has a cushion. There's nothing wrong with this bench.
Let's also talk about how these women, some of them, you know, in their 50s and 60s, are going out. Well, Lisa Rinna, how old is Lisa Rinna?
God knows.
I don't know.
She looks so
But
beautiful.
going out at all hours of the night after the drama, and then going out into the night, and we are not getting it on the footage of it.
I was bummed. I really
Get another camera crew and rotate them in and out. It could be
they were
one
there.
camera, but they were asleep.
But somebody was there.
They're filming.
You don't
We
think that
saw-
was just iPhone footage?
Possibly.
Oh, maybe.
We can't figure out one thing.
Make heads or tails of this
I
episode.
thought that.
This is like that show Legion on
no
FX where you're like, what's happening?
We're not talking about anything really.
People at home
mysterious.
are like, it's obvious.
No, the podcast is driving them crazy.
No, but we're trying to just get to the bottom of things, and it's
Yeah,
important.
We'd love for
It
people
is.
to answer these questions for us because we seriously don't have a grip on it.
Please
But
reach
they're
out.
also the Beverly Hills cast, their bodies are, they are all so fit and ready to go. Yes, they're staying out till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm in bed by
Imagine.
9. I'm exhausted right now.
Because
Like,
you know when you're feeling like really, really great in your body, like you are feeling yourselves. And I feel like that's Lisa Rinna's life. Like every second is her just like, I'm feeling so great.
I feel like she's just like, I'm feeling so horny. Like I feel like her and Harry Hamlin. One point you said she looks like Harry Hamlin.
She did. I thought she did on the
did
front. She
For a second.
It was like a
On the
weird
boat.
thing. Yeah, it was like a flash. Like, is that Harry or is that Lisa?
You really didn't know it was
For a second.
Is Harry
I
Harry in
feel
that
like
white
Harry doesn't
bathing
ever
suit?
want to have sex. I feel like
Oh, I
Harry's
think he
like,
wants all
Oh,
the
I think
time.
they are.
We read
fully
her
healthy.
book.
That's right.
Remember,
we
she
did.
told us about all of her like techniques for blowjob techniques, and
I've not read
She's
that.
gonna-
you haven't discovered the renovation.
That's what it's called?
Renovation.
The name of the book?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Now, let's talk about Erica.
Okay.
I think Erica's looks are, I don't know if they're just tweaking me a little lately. She's just something about her is not hitting with me as much as it used to.
Well, the makeup, I guess, in the hard Jamaica sun,
In the golf scene.
the golf
The
scene
golf
was
scene.
insane. With the short shorts and the visor, like everything.
But just the two of them playing golf was just comedy.
Comedy.
But Erica was good.
Really
She's
good.
really
See, Erica's an onion.
she truly
You
is.
just keep finding new.
New
New sports
facets
she can
of,
play.
of the wealth that she can throw at things and learn. But the next morning when Erica's voice was really low, that to me is the Erica I love, who's just like,
And then
guys.
she made that funny face.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I've been drinking.
She's like, I've been drinking all night, and my voice is really low.
Erica's getting very serious. I feel like with the way she kept saying to Teddy, like, you're gonna just ride this. You're gonna tell your story. I'm like,
It's
Stick
like,
to
what
that
story
story.
are we telling? It's like that you knew about the dog. Like,
I'm still confused. I'm not.
God.
I don't want to admit it, but like I'm
you seem
unclear.
comfortable admitting it.
I'm unclear. I mean, no, I
Okay,
get
what
it.
are you unclear about?
I guess I'm unclear about I get that Dorit returned the dog.
yes.
okay,
that-
so you get the first part. Yeah.
I get the first part.
Yeah.
That was clearly explained.
Okay.
And I understand why Lisa was upset. The Teddy part, I'm still a little unclear if Lisa did have this idea of like, I want to get at Dorit. It's a weird way to go.
Yeah.
It seems
But
a
it's
little
very
out of the
Lisa
way.
Vanderpump because she does it out of the way. That's why it
That's-
smacks
maybe I
of her
just
to
don't-
me.
I don't relate.
I'm with you. I find it all a little bit hard to understand, and I naturally gravitate. I just feel sorry when one person's on one side and everybody hates them. So
I know.
I'm having a hard time not.
I know.
siding
And
with
it's
her.
Lisa, and you feel like, oh.
And I love Lisa Vanderpump. But I do think, especially when they flash back to what we have seen her do before, and her not admit to, and her sort of gaslighting everybody into
And
thinking
then she plays the victim and walks away from dinner and the whole thing.
that this is a pattern, and so I recognize a pattern when I see it.
Do you think Ken knows about this? Like, do you think Lisa tells Ken the truth?
No.
You don't?
I think Ken
Not
is
at all.
asleep.
No, I think Ken is so enamored with
but
his wife. You know, there's
You don't
women
think, like,
that are.
in the bed, she's just like, this is what I did. You don't think?
I think he's asleep by 6 p.m.
I
you know what I
think
mean? You
maybe
tell your
she
partner
said
everything.
to him, like, at the most, like, I might have said, but I didn't mean to. I think Lisa's, I think she's like a bit of a liar in her heart. And I don't think so. I think Ken just sees Lisa as this like goddess, because if she were to take that facade down for Ken, I don't think there'd be.
I do love their love.
Their love is
too.
pure.
Yeah.
So you would tell your partners, look, I lied, and
I feel like I would not. I tell my guy everything.
yeah.
I do, except for I didn't tell him about the Botox. And he found out secondhand, and that was wrong.
Wait, how did he find out?
Well, I was talking to another friend, and I was like, oh, yeah, I do Botox. And he overheard me, and he was like, ha ha. And I was like, and he was like, what? He was so upset.
Well, I had to finally, very quick sidebar, tell David, because I didn't tell him either that I got it, which is literally the only thing I've
Me
never
too.
told him. I don't know why. This just was like, I don't know why.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And I got it done again very recently, and I've had a second incident. I had another
Did he
incident.
notice?
No, because I have bangs. But my first incident, which some viewers pointed out after a meet and greet, was that I got a little, and my face went kind of cattywampus. So I was like, it looked like part of my face was a bit paralyzed. That was so I went
awful.
right on back, and I marched right back.
You said,
do it again.
Do me up. And now I
sir.
literally cannot even begin to take my eyebrows up one notch. And she said, quote, sometimes that happens.
The first time I tried it, she put some like under my eyes. And you know when you smile, your eyes like squint a little bit? Because that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
My eyes didn't. So I smiled and it was just like this. You're not seeing what I'm doing.
Her eyes are wide.
My eyes were still as wide as I smiled. I looked crazy.
But I
was
love that
on
we're all
SNL at the time. I'm not kidding. I was like, the world's gonna know. I have to do things where I don't smile.
Yeah.
I was so paranoid and freaked out, and I was like, never again.
Never. It's scary, but I love that we're all like, and this is crazy that this happened. It's like, yeah, well, we are trying to freeze our face, but it can go wrong.
Oh, it can go so very wrong.
It can.
But
Back to
that
the
was
women.
So yes, but otherwise, I tell my husband everything, even when I've made mistakes or I have, like I'm just like, here's what I did, be on my side, and guess what? Sometimes he's not.
Yeah, but you have to be honest and just like say what happened. And I feel like she tells him everything.
Okay.
That's just
But what if she's sort of lying to herself?
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I said that all wrong. Like if she were to show the facade to Ken, like I think in her mind, Lisa can never see herself as doing anything wrong.
I think she lies to
we
herself.
may never know.
We may never know.
Not if you're listening to us. We won't.
In fact, you might be more confused.
People are like, I can't even watch the show anymore. I can't listen to this. I want to know really quickly, and then we can move on to Vanderpump, but how Kyle's going to play into all of this.
Something big.
Lisa was a bit strong to tell Kyle she needed to, she was responsible for Lisa. It's like, why is Kyle responsible for Vanderpump?
Agree. But at some point, we know that Ken kicks Kyle out of their house.
We know where we're headed. We just don't know how we get there.
Stay tuned.
Let's take a break.
Support for today's show comes from HelloFresh. HelloFresh makes conquering the kitchen a reality with deliciously simple recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered to your door. All meals come together in 30 minutes max. Call for less than 2 pots and pans and require minimal cleanup. Plus, with 3 plans to choose from, including classic, veggie, and family, there's something for everyone. So get out of that recipe rut and start cooking outside of your comfort zone. I have been loving HelloFresh. I got this great chicken meal that I served to my daughter, and she's hard to please. So it's great for all of us. For $80 off of your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/housewives80 and enter the code housewives80. That's HelloFresh.com/housewives80 and enter the code housewives80 for $20 off your first 4 boxes.
My life. We're back, everyone. Wow, we unpacked a lot.
We sure did, and yet said nothing.
Yeah, but our break was great.
Yeah,
great.
What was happening on the break?
It was wonderful. Oh, God.
Vanderpump rules.
Tell me we're moving on to Vanderpump.
We are.
I've got copious notes here.
What an
I
episode.
did not bring my notes, but I took a lot.
So we
so
know.
appreciative.
I'm so mad that I left them at home, but I do remember I wrote about the cut to Jack's drumming
In Jax's cave.
In Jax's cave, so
He
labeled.
went upstairs and it was just like jamming out on the drums. God
That was
damn
such
it.
a wild. Have we seen him play drums in his cave before? Was that a new addition?
So
I also found it upsetting when we saw Jax eating his employee meal on a chair, sitting on a chair in the alley.
but it was so
with
sad.
the meal
Like
on a chair.
We saw him order it.
It was awful.
It was a little
Yeah.
sad.
Well, it just it
was a little
was
set up.
just all of it.
But I recognized it as like, oh, I remember getting an employee meal.
I do
and
too.
sitting,
Yes.
using a
It just hit me,
chair
you
as
know?
a table. It was like, but Jax, you don't really work here, do you? Like it felt like, oh,
They
he really does work here if he's getting an employee meal and sitting in the back. Using a
That's
chair
the
as a
curtain I
table.
don't want to pull back.
Nope.
Even
Let's
though
not
I, even though I know things, I just I don't want to know.
No,
I don't
it's
want
too
it to
tough
say
to
'em.
know. We must live in.
We have to pretend they live in those
Well, I
apartments.
have to. Exactly. Although I feel like they've let us in on the fact that like Tom Sandoval and Ariana got a house.
Yes.
And when I was doing Watch What Happens Live last week with him, I said to him, that's congratulations on your house. And he, was such a sincere piece of driftwood and so nice. But he said to me, he was like, yeah, we're so excited. He was such a nice guy. And it did lead me to believe maybe they've just been living in these places and I don't know.
And just saving their money.
And then saved millions of dollars.
Yeah, it saved $2 million.
Well,
or maybe they just put a little bit down. Then we're back to the finances. That's ironic.
These are the things that I have to.
I asked myself, because when I heard that they bought the house, my first reaction was, how does this change the show? Because they live in these little apartments, and like next year, are they just going to go over to their $2 million house? And then
I never thought about that.
Oh, it does change it.
And then
Are
I
we
got
filming
scared. It was
there?
over. I've had so many thoughts.
Well, these are the thoughts that keep me up at night. This is why I need like CBD at night because I'm like, what are they going to do next year? Like these are the where does Jackson where are they going to get married? How can they afford this?
I mean,
wedding?
they make a good living on this show.
Yes.
They've been on the show for what, 20
years.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How many seasons have they been?
Yeah,
5?
five. I think 5. Yeah, they're
They
doing well.
They can,
They're doing just fine. We don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
I'm so excited to talk about this episode.
it was just so
many
I found
things.
this episode, well, some of it so disturbing. The Lala revelation of her having sex with him, Randall, her man, and then getting a Range Rover the next day, I found very upsetting. And I understand that this is where, it's like, hey, I can do anything I want.
The direct quote is, I let him hit it, and then the first night I got a Range Rover. I do too, and I found the more disturbing quote to be of her role in the movie. I put time and effort into my character. I love Lala.
I do.
love her. I
love
don't find
her
it. I mean,
so
it's
much.
I'm
I
like
guess
so
I
fine with it
do.
all.
Here's maybe it's just because it's like sometimes it's like I wouldn't do that. So why am I trying to put myself onto this woman? Because it's like, okay, well, that's your choice. That's how you want to live your life. You were just having sex with him and enjoying it and being attracted to him, and he happened to give you a Range Rover. But the thought of but the fact that she's into it for the money, it's like there's another private jet in town. Like, that's the part I found disturbing, which is like that's the attraction. And would she like this man if it weren't for his money? Like, I don't know why I'm finding it upsetting. It's like,
I think it's obvious. I think it's okay to find it upsetting.
I guess the commodity, like the sex for money type of thing is.
But you don't think she loves him?
I do.
Wait, I do.
I do not.
I do.
Really?
Come on.
I do.
I do too.
Why?
So I think she's being very flip.
The way she talks about him, I just feel like
and defends him.
I don't know. I just feel
You're
like
right.
I
She
think
does
it's
love him.
Danielle and I will change our
I'll
opinion
change
on
my
it.
mind in a heartbeat. And you didn't even say anything. You literally said just the way she talks about him and loves him. And I was like, you're right.
You're like, there's never been a more beautiful
I was like,
couple.
wow, you're really making a point there.
I think she does really love him. When they showed that profile picture of her from behind, I was like, she's the most beautiful
she's the most
body I've ever
beautiful woman
seen.
Wait, you mean the
seen.
butt? When she's-
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know.
But her face too. Like I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can take my
I know.
eyes from her beautiful creamy skin.
I know.
Like she's gorgeous. I'm attracted
funny.
to her.
I want her and Ariana to get together.
Oh, when they said that they got together, I was turned on by
Me too.
I was.
I was completely
I was
turned
too.
on.
The only time I have not been ridiculously attracted to Ariana is when she was wearing those little new Apple iBuds. I know
Yeah.
they're not new, but
That
the
was
ones
hilarious when she's like, sometimes I play classical music when he talks, and then they did it.
And he's like pouring his heart out to her. He's like, I really want to have children
I
one day.
know, and
It's
she's
important to
just
me.
staring
She's
at him, and there's music playing.
Well, he
my
loves her
God.
so much.
Those editors are having fun. This
Oh,
year.
they are.
They're just, you know what? They've made the box and now they're outside of it and they're like having fun.
They're like, we can do whatever we want.
yeah.
And it's sold.
He also said, I'm sorry to keep quoting Tom, but he said, Ariana is so beautiful. And I just said that. And then he was like, she's the best. He said, we have
loves
a
her.
new inside joke like every day.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
It was really nice.
He does love her.
I know.
But I did, and I said this on the podcast last week. I said, I did feel something between you two.
Thank you. My husband said it's called Watch What Happens Live, not watch your wife touch a reality star's leg a million times.
I didn't even notice that.
I wanted to make him comfortable.
You did. You made him real
You
comfortable.
did.
You made
Well,
his dick comfortable. No, I'm kidding. I don't know who that was.
Danielle.
I was being Leanne Locken for a minute. So.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know who that was.
I was upset to see my hair salon mesh on camera.
I saw my hairdresser buddy. That's my
Are
hairdresser.
you serious?
I screamed. My husband was like, "What are you screaming?"
And he had to
at?"
sit through a lot listening
Buddy
to all
was
that.
there, and that is my hairdresser. I was shocked.
I feel like when Stassi was talking, her hair was wet. Then Lala was talking, and then they cut back to Stassi, and her hair was already blown out straight.
I don't like
either
when
they
they
had
have
talked
continu-
about it the entire time, or they had to pick it up again. But I was like, something.
Something's different.
I can't, when I say a continuity error, I just have to pretend it didn't happen. I just have to like brush it out of my head.
Yeah,
I look at that
I've
stuff.
learned to not see them now.
Like sometimes someone's wearing a hat and then they come back and there's like, no. And it's like a wide brimmed like beach house and you're like hat and you're just like, nope, didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
It's all real. It's all happening
I
in
love
real
that
time.
Lala and Brittany have friendships with all the women. Like the two of
Yes.
them are just kind
I
of.
love both of them.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about Beau's mother
Yes.
Yes.
and what her career is? Do we know?
I don't think the talks are
A
her
career?
career. I think didn't they say she just does it for no money?
I thought
that's what
she was kind
said.
of like a sex therapist or some type
maybe,
of
but
therapist.
I thought she said she does this stuff for no money,
for fun.
right?
I mean, I could do it for fun.
Guys, we are worthless.
We are.
We're talking
And
about
people
the shows and we don't
literally
remember
get
what
with me
happened.
if one woman is very, very upset that I've been calling on Atlanta, I've been calling Ava.
I've been calling her Ava too.
Yeah, it's
It's
Eva.
Eva.
It's Eva.
Sorry,
I
I
watched her on
apologize.
Top Model.
Me
I watched
too.
that season.
Of course.
Me too.
Me
Of course.
too.
I watched every season of the Tyra Banks years, like completely top to bottom. Some of them have passed.
They've
The
died.
contestant?
Yeah, a bunch of
Oh, I thought
contestants
you were
have-
joking. I thought you meant the
So
seasons
did
have passed
I.
away.
No.
Meaning like the seasons have passed
No,
by.
like, I feel like 3 or 4 top models.
That's a
have
terrible
passed.
fact to know.
Oh,
Sorry, guys, to bring the
God.
room down.
Back to Beau's mother.
Back to Beau's
She said a quote that I will take with me and I don't know what to do with it, but she said, and this is probably what you're talking about if we're being paid, she said the payment is intimacy.
Mm.
Whose intimacy?
Unclear. Guys, we have more questions than answers.
I just love that they were like, we're going to Kristen's. Beau's mom's going to talk about relationships, and we're all going to go and listen and
It
But
just
But Beau's mom is not in a relationship, correct?
it
Oh,
doesn't
I don't know.
seem as of this moment.
Again, fine.
Yeah.
God bless.
I
but
really
to
liked
speak of-
her.
I liked her. I
Yeah.
felt embarrassed
love
for
Beau.
Stassi though, because they're having this whole like she's like meeting the mom, she wants to marry him, all this stuff, and then she has a full out screaming fight in front of Beau's mother. Like
Oh, and
that's
yeah.
so strange to me. Like, why not be on your best behavior?
Do you think Beau's mom has
Oh.
watched all the show?
No. I
Yeah,
don't
she
think
seemed
so.
a woman of dignity.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. I felt embarrassed for Stassi for that. And also just when they were at lunch, it just made me embarrassed when she was like,
I teared up a little bit.
By the way, I
teared
did
up
too, and I had that
completely.
written down.
And when Beau
I
played
did
back
too.
the tape of Stassi,
Cried again. cried again.
And then we hear Stassi say something like, I love him so fucking much or something. Didn't she say?
Yes.
She
I
said
wrote
that.
down, I'm happy for Stassi and Bo. Just like a regular old.
I wrote down, I like Stassi's lips.
Oh, I do too.
What's
I think
going on?
I
Stassi
wrote
with her
down, I
lips.
love her nails.
Did she do something to her lips?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't take my eyes off Stassi either. This was my quote of the episode. I thought it was hilarious.
I'm laughing. I'm sorry, you guys, that I was like, I thought it was a bit much. And you guys are like, I cried. And I looked down at my paper and it said, I cried twice. Sorry, go on, Danielle.
I know you're acting all holier than that.
Yeah,
Like, oh
I
my-
cried a lot.
My favorite thing was Katie yelling at Kristen, wake up. I love you. You're not happy.
Oh, in the restaurant?
Yes. That was wild.
Guys, what's happening in that relationship?
It's dark.
They're not giving us enough information. We never
Yes,
see
we
anything.
don't know enough.
We don't know who we don't
It's
know.
hard 'cause it's like he doesn't seem like the worst guy in the world.
I've always liked Carter.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I don't know what's going on.
It seemed like he was a nice change from the James of it all and from like other terrible boyfriends.
But we don't know.
We don't
But he
know.
takes her credit card and goes to Mexico.
That
Did he,
was
like, leave
Is
her
that what
wallet or
Yes.
something insane.
He took her whole
Brittany's
wallet.
like, and she don't even have a license, and he's gone.
He went to Mexico with her wallet. I was like,
Who
what?
grabs the whole wallet?
I think maybe he was punishing her. She's a toughie.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they're well suited. Actually, they're both like not great, but not the worst.
Well, she said if she would marry someone, it would be him. So maybe that's next year's wedding.
Well, she said, if I will marry someone, it will be him because I'm getting old and I don't want to be alone and miserable.
Okay, there we go.
I was like, oh.
Well, the vows are written. Oh, no.
Oh,
And then it came out today that Katie has slept with Carter. Kristen's face right now.
Very.
What?
It was a one-night stand before she got together with Schwartz. Like a
Why?
Made me
Why?
think Katie had a little hat in the
do we
ring.
Not. Why? Why are we?
Why are we just learning of this now?
I know. It should have been
Stuttering.
information.
But why? How is this released? Who said it?
It was in the
Daily Mail.
in the Daily
Oh my God! Is the Daily Mail sponsoring this?
They should. They have not
Probably.
given us a dime, but we have. I mean,
Wait. So she slept with him long time ago.
long like
Yeah.
5
But
years
did Kristen
ago.
know that?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and she's like, "It's L.A." It was her reaction
Well, yeah,
to
Kristen
it.
can't talk, but
It's LA.
yeah.
She's like, "We've all slept with everybody in LA."
Kristen is a troubling figure to me. There's just something about her. It just feels very dark.
I think it was last week when everyone went to Tom Tom's opening
Mhm.
and she was eating spaghetti in her bed.
that was the saddest.
But I felt like that was like, okay, we need to show her look like really sad.
Yeah.
And there's nothing sadder than
Then just you should eat spaghetti in your bed.
Oh God. They were like, we don't need to sift through the footage too long.
and then what about Brittany getting her little wisdom teeth out and Jack's taking care of her?
I felt like that was a bit over the top with Jax.
Do you think if
seemed
the
like
cameras
horny.
weren't there?
Horny. He did. He was like horny for taking care of her. I don't know.
I was touched by
Well, he
it.
said, "I get off." He didn't he say,
Oh,
"I
he
get
did
off
say,
on
"I
it,"
get-
or he
okay,
said
so yeah.
something.
Yeah,
like,
I get off
But he
on
was like
taking care of
tucking her in and like
Yeah.
sweet little
does seem
thing
to
laying there
love
with
her.
her little dogs.
Does.
He does seem to love her.
I know he loves her.
Well, you know.
It's like I know it.
I know it.
I don't really know it, but I really feel it.
Now, are you attracted to any of the men on Vanderpump?
No, but I feel like
Why? I'm attracted to all of them.
I've
at
had
various points.
moments where I'm like, the old me probably would have made out with James
Wow.
just
Mm.
because he's like a bad boy.
Mm.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like if I was like a lot younger and like maybe that would have happened, and then I would have woken up and been like, "What'd I do?"
Yeah.
And then Tom Schwartz,
Yes.
is a cutie pie.
He's
Schwartz
so
is
cute.
the only person I'm not attracted to on the show.
I think he's adorable.
I think
I get
he's
that
adorable.
he's good looking. I don't like.
Well,
like
no one loves
I
the
don't-
whole thing, you know, but
I'm never attracted to a guy who seems helpless. I need a guy to take charge a little bit.
What I wonder what his character would be like if he was like the single guy on the show. You know?
I feel like he is. Just there's something about him, but I think it would be like he would be out every night. I would be interested in seeing that. I think that's
Yeah.
why he stays a little sweet for me in a way because
He's a little sweet pea.
yeah.
I'm very attracted to
I'm
Jax.
very excited to see next week when
I know people are disappointed in me when I say it, but there is a part of me that likes a real nightmare. I know it's disappointing. I'm disappointed in myself, but I get it.
We're just trying to understand
first season, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
He's
but
like-
I still have that in my head, and there's just just a dummy, like a big old dummy that can't help his own sort of like hormones. I just can't help myself around a woman. Like there's a part of me
hormones
that like is just like I get the attraction to him. I would have made out with him for sure.
Wow.
And probably have been in
What
a
about you,
relationship.
Casey?
I mean, Tom Schwartz, hands down. I think he's so cute.
Besides
But you like James
Schwartz.
too.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah. James. I think James is really cute. I do. I think he's really
Casey's
nice.
blushing.
I think he's really nice. Except when he called many women overweight.
Yeah.
He's got problems. He's struggling. Jacqueline.
But he's playing golf and he's trying to
Ingratiate himself
Reach
trying
out
to
to
get better.
Jax.
into the gang again.
He's trying to get better. I want to see next week when Sandoval starts screaming in Katie's face.
And
You're
calls her a bully.
bully.
How does that
She
affect
is.
his relationship with Tom?
I think Tom Schwartz knows on some level that
I think so too.
something's up with Katie. Like he just knows.
What do you think it is? What's happening?
I think he likes being bullied, Tom Schwartz, and that's why he's in a relationship with someone like Katie. Like
But he
feeds on it.
knows. I think she's just a vortex of darkness. But I don't say it to even be funny. Like I think she's very dark, her energy. And I think there's something going on with her being insecure. And I think she kind of is that friend that's like, I don't have enough going on, or I'm a little insecure, so I'm going to kind of make all my girlfriends feel badly.
Well, and she's a hypocrite too, because she had the worst relationship with Schwartz right before they got married. Like they have had some, I mean, Kristen said it, like, and Carter said it too. Like you were in a shitty relationship and now you guys are in a better place. Who's to say that our relationship won't be that way?
Yeah, that's true.
Also, when Kristen said, do not raise your voice, especially in my bedroom.
And then she saged while people were still there.
That was
hard.
She got it out.
Are you into sage and such?
I do like sage.
Me too. I do too.
I like it.
I don't
you
have
think
my
it makes
own.
a difference?
I do.
I don't have my own, but I would like someone to come by. I'm always asking Kulop, like she hasn't yet, but I'm always like, Kulop, come by and sage my house.
Don't
You
forget
can
to sage
do
my
it
house.
yourself.
Where can I buy some sage at the local
Anywhere.
Trader Joe's?
Yes, you can buy
Throw a
sage
rock
anywhere.
in LA.
Yeah.
Sure, I could just.
I'm gonna get you some.
Are you into
sage.
astrology?
Not to where it runs my life.
Yeah.
But I'm always interested when there's like facts that are positive for my life. Not
Yeah.
like super.
Yeah.
But I'm interested in when
You're open to.
You're
yeah.
open to it.
Yeah.
You have someone you can talk to.
Yeah. I'm
Now,
a Leo, Virgo, cuz.
what Sheena Shea? I don't feel like I'm seeing another Sheena.
She was there at the relationship talk with
know,
her.
I
Relationship
felt
party.
With what's his
Oh, with
name?
that guy with that bar back
Yeah.
or busser.
What's his name?
I forget. You're asking the wrong people if you want to know names or
Yeah, you're trying to
specifics.
ask people who run a podcast about this. We don't know.
You want specifics about the people's names?
It's a lot of characters.
We
to keep
didn't
track of.
see her much
I
No.
know.
in this one.
She is in Marina Del Rey, which is
Sheena is such a tragic character, but I also really like seeing her and just like watching it all, like the sunglasses.
Her
rack.
testimonials are
Oh.
amazing.
Amazing.
It's funny that this show started with Sheena. You know what I
No,
mean? That
didn't
was
she
our
come in
entry in. No, Sheena Shea was our entry into Vanderpump.
Yes, she
Because
was the
through
first
Brandy.
character we were introduced to because
She
you
slept
go
with Brandy's husband.
Why did I think she wasn't in the first season?
She had slept with Eddie Sebring.
No, I know, but
Oh, okay.
oh no, I know all of this. Casey,
So sorry to demean you.
It's like saying like, and then God created the sun or whatever.
But why
Sorry.
was I thinking she was? Because wasn't there like Stassi and Katie and Kristen? I thought were in the first season. I
Yes.
could be totally wrong. Wasn't there a thing where like Sheena came in and it was like kind of like the Lala where she was like wearing short shorts on the
Maybe there was.
Maybe she came in
Discord, but-
energetically.
Oh, maybe I could be totally wrong. I might be wrong.
I don't know, but I do know that she was like our way in. It was one of those episodes where you're like, think you're still watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and suddenly you're in Vanderpump, and you're like,
Suddenly
what?
you're in a Marvel
Like
ad
when
with
Married to
Kris
Medicine
Jenner.
just went to LA for a vacation, and now they're
I have
doing.
to start watching that show. I think
Are you
I would
into it?
love
Talk about testimonials. It is. Their testimonials are. That should be the show. It's the best.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to get into it.
You need to get into it. I'm not religious about it. Last season I was, but this season I haven't really caught up. But it's pretty good.
Everyone is telling us, and we just have to there's just only so many hours.
And there's a new one we want to get up on.
Oh, the Mexican dynasties.
Yes,
Mexican dynasties. We're hearing is good.
Everyone's. Greg Bennett just texted me. It was like, get into it.
We're gonna watch that for next week and just bone up. What other shows are you watching? Sorry,
like
quick
Bravo or
anything like Bravo would be great.
But even if you have some other garbage television that you're into.
I really only watch Bravo.
Yes, sir. Are you Below Deck? Are you Below Deck?
I am, but I did not watch last season.
Okay,
because
that's okay.
I know. Well, I was gone, and they don't have Bravo in Across the Pond.
That is shocking.
How is that possible?
I was so upset.
Why can't Andy do something?
I don't know, but I missed Below Deck, and I heard from multiple people it was a really good season.
Did you watch Ladies of London when you were?
Yes.
Okay.
I miss it.
I miss it too.
I do
know.
Too.
Wait, so it's not coming back?
I don't think it's coming back.
I really liked it.
Me too.
I loved it. I wanted to live vicariously through every single one of them.
I didn't love the opening song.
I did.
How did it go?
I did. I don't remember. It was
no one remembers
it was like a woman singing.
Yeah, it was horrible, but it stayed with me, though I cannot come up with
Wait.
it.
It was like I can't think of it. I can't think of it.
Oh, are you a Southern Charmer?
Yes.
I'm so excited for it to come back.
That I can't.
I can't. Do you do Savannah?
No. I tried it. It just wasn't.
It's not for me.
It's not for me. It seemed like the farm team. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it's like the JV.
Yeah.
Anything else on Vanderpump? Is this your favorite show? Would you say of the canon?
I get different things from different shows. I'm not going to get too deep about it, but I think I've already gone there. But Vanderpump to me is like candy.
Yeah.
It's like when I want the sweet treat. And it's just like, I love it. And I'm in a good mood. Housewives is like, you get into it.
Yeah.
It's deep.
It's deep.
It is.
Yeah. It's more of the main course. Real meat heavy.
Real meat heavy.
What's Below Deck? A moose boosh.
A moose boosh.
Yeah.
No, Elira has this little song for us.
I got it all. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Run on, you follow me. Run on me.
We're the ladies of London.
Hail from London. That Marissa? Her.
Oh.
Last name.
What about that woman that's like the Earl of Sandwich?
Oh, God.
Is that the one with the castle?
Yes. She's always like, it's a lot to be the Earl of Sandwich. It's a lot to run like
she had
Windermere or wherever she is.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything else? Shall we move on to take a little break?
One of the most important things we do for our health every day is brushing our teeth, yet most of us don't do it properly. Quip is a better electric toothbrush created by dentists and designers. Quip was designed to make brushing your teeth more simple, affordable, and even enjoyable. With sensitive sonic vibrations, it's gentle on your sensitive gums, and the built-in 2-minute timer pulses every 30 seconds to remind you when to switch sides and guide you to a full and even clean. Better yet, Quip doesn't require a clunky charger. Instead, it runs for 3 months on one charge. And it comes with a multi-use cover that mounts to your mirror for a less cluttered sink space. No wonder Quip is one of the first electric toothbrushes accepted by the American Dental Association. I love my Quip. I feel clean. I feel like I can talk to people and not hide my breath anytime I use the Quip toothbrush because I'm really getting in there. That's why I love Quip and why they're backed by over 20,000 dental professionals. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/housewives right now, you get the first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/housewives.
Guys, we're back. Any last thoughts on Vanderpump?
Just can't wait.
Can't wait for more.
What's going to happen between Tom and Katie?
Yeah.
Sandoval.
Yeah. Yep. Guys, let's do Atlanta. Another a huge episode, very memorable.
Yeah. So we had auditions for a party.
What the fuck is that party Candy's throwing?
I don't know.
We're pouring more wine. We're like Hoda
at
and
the party.
Caddy.
I want to go see that.
Dungeon party?
Yeah.
Dungeon party, cabaret, not cabaret,
But what
cabaret.
I have to admit, I'm not fully caught up. I've only watched like the first 4 or 5, and then I skipped to the last one so I could be
with us,
so I can be with you tonight.
Yeah.
I saw Cynthia come in and audition.
Cynthia.
I was kind of like, that's the go Cynthia. And did she walk from the car in that, or did she wear a coat? Because like when you go to auditions and you have to wear like weird outfits sometimes, and you're like, we feel weird.
And you feel so weird. You try to kind of cover it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until, like,
and then you're the only one
minute.
that come in a costume and everyone is dressed like a normal person. You're like, why did I go all out like this?
So upsetting. So upsetting.
I did think that.
Yeah.
How was the walk from the car?
I thought Cynthia, first of all, she looked so gorgeous. My husband and I, we stopped what we were doing. We stared. He was like, she's the most beautiful woman
She is
I've
the
ever
most
seen.
beautiful woman I've ever seen. Cynthia
She
is truly the most gorgeous woman, but she has no sex appeal or dance skills. And
Disagree.
I felt like it was very I was less attracted to her while she was dancing.
Tension between her and Candy, I thought.
Yes!
A little bit.
A little bit.
Really?
And then Candy tried
Because
to
they flirted.
slam
They've
her.
like flirted a little bit.
Yes.
They have. Cynthia more with Candy than Candy with Cynthia.
Agreed. Candy brings out something in everyone. I think she's very open about her sexuality.
Yeah. I'm attracted to Candy.
Yeah.
The door like is
Just like
cracked
she smells good.
open for
You know
everyone.
who I'm attracted to?
Who?
I'm attracted to Shamari.
Really?
When she came in that party and got really wasted and was like all up and
You were her leg up?
I was attracted to her. Different.
Shamari is troublesome to me. That was just wild when she came to. First of all, Nene needs to stop hosting things.
I know. I was like,
When Shamari was at the table and they did like a spotlight on her when they wanted to show how drunk she was. They were like, wait, I'm not seeing it. We have to like superimpose a spotlight.
And someone else was like, well, how will we show it?
and then she
just
wanders.
darken the outside and just make like a little circle
And then
around
she
her.
wanders off.
Oh my God, that made me laugh so
And
hard.
then she throws up all over Eva.
I mean, he's like, what's happening with my bathroom?
And my closet.
Okay, do we go there now?
Yeah.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're there. Nene's hosting a party.
Which was a mistake. I think we
A
could all.
mistake.
What about who was the guy singing? Maurice downstairs. The man singing. The man singing in Nene's house. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. The guy that was singing in her house at the party.
What?
Am I on drugs? Wasn't there a man singing in a microphone? And remember, she was dancing. Oh my God! I just had a hot flash. I really thought that I. Okay. She had a man singing into a microphone, right? Or was that not?
That was just music. I thought
that was just music.
I thought that was just music playing, and they were like,
Who's the guy? There was a man there,
was a
right?
man there. I
That
think
might have
it
been
was
Brent, her son.
No, there was a party planner there, like setting up
No,
stuff.
I'm gonna make you go in there. I swear to God.
Okay.
You need to Google this.
Okay.
I swear to God, there was a man with a microphone that was singing, and then no,
I don't know. Like in the foyer when
and
she
remember
was.
when she went upstairs and they did that weird flashback,
Yes,
back and
they
forth.
did
She was dancing. He was singing into a microphone.
I thought it was just music, like ambient music. Like I thought it was music that was played by the producers, and it was just showing us like she's wasted. And
Okay, I have a third theory. I thought it was music playing in her house.
Because I'm
Look
really
up
scared.
singing
I'm
at
scared.
Nene's.
I think his name was Maurice.
See if anything comes up singing.
I swear to
singing
God,
at
I thought she had a man singing.
I
on
thought
a
it was just
microphone.
music from like the production. Was just
Look,
like,
it was a really fun moment. Maybe you.
She was dancing and then it flashed
yeah,
to
she
like
had like a wine glass
later,
in her hand,
and then
she
it
was,
flashed to like different times.
Yeah, and she's still like dancing up the stairs.
It was really crazy that Portia and Marlo arrived 3 hours late.
That was insane.
and neither one of them like
Apologized.
Really,
Nope.
Yeah,
Acknowledged.
and Nene was like, Marlo, your purple. What'd she say? Call her Purple Rain in her big belt.
Purple rain. right. And Nene keeps slamming. Nene's very upset, which I understand where she's coming from because I think Nene, was a single mom and had a really hard time. She's very upset with Portia anytime Portia complains about her pregnancy.
Yes.
At any point. Nene's got a lot of anger, and I think it's all coming out as it should right now.
But which is why that the day her husband went back in the hospital, cancel the party.
But I know, I feel like Nene a lot.
Don't you remember there was last season 2, when she had that big party and Greg was literally like upstairs convalescing and she is downstairs having a party?
She threw the white party that day.
And I understand that, she is definitely feels from it. It's not like she's being like, oh, fuck my husband.
Oh, no.
But didn't he say throw the party?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I feel like Nene is so wanting everything to be okay. She's that person that's trying so hard. And then when she broke down, it was a wild scene.
That was upsetting. I cried too.
Yeah. There's a lot going on for them. And then when everyone was crowded around her.
I know.
And that horrible Tanya. There's a part I had to rewind it twice. Wait,
which one's Tanya?
Tanya is the one with the midriff top that's really annoying.
Yes.
Yeah, they all clearly hate her. So everyone's crowding around Nene, and she's had problems with Nene before. And then she goes around to the chair and tries to sit, but misses the chair because no one will let her in. And she goes, "Ooh, it is so."
No, I missed it.
It's such a crazy moment.
So when Candy went into her closet, she was kind of laughing. Right? Like, get out of there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I felt like Candy was like, oh, I want to see this.
Turned on a dime when the cameraman.
But also, if someone's going to go look in my closet, that's one thing. But they were like looking through her cupboards and drawers.
And as she said a number of times, it's not together. It's not together. And I feel like she didn't want all of America to see, especially after that roach incident with what had happened with Kim Zolciak's
And also,
little brat.
it's like her husband's sick. I'm sure she's like not even, I'm barely hanging things up anyway. Like, I'm sure it's a mess. She's just like throwing clothes and laundry and, you're
she
not
didn't
together.
know what to wear.
No.
She's having a party. We've all been caught in the mirror. That's one of my best friends and I, we always say caught in the mirror when we don't know what to wear. And you keep looking in the mirror and nothing looks good.
Caught in the mirror. I'm
sorry I'm late. I was caught in the mirror.
Caught in the mirror.
She was probably caught in the mirror.
She was, and that's why she didn't want them to
everywhere.
Come in.
But to rip a man's shirt from his body.
He was going to be caught in the mirror
It did look like a cotton, like a thin stretchable fabric.
Never been able to rip a t-shirt off a man unless it was like a stripper terrible.
And he stumbled backwards.
And by terrible you mean tear. Like you can tear able.
Yes. Terrible. But it is also a terrible t-shirt if it rips.
Right.
This man stumbled backwards, and to see all the crew in their little blue booties.
And who got scared? Who said take my mic off? I'm scared.
Portia. She's like, I'm pregnant. I'm scared. She's like,
because
get me
things
out of
were
here.
happening suddenly.
But what was happening?
Well, Nene was attacking the crew physically.
But they showed it in
flashes. Like we saw feet because the cameras went down.
But then there was you saw 2 other cameramen and she was like arguing with them.
Yes, and the cameras were going everywhere, and then we were coming in and out, and then Eva was on the ground with that crazy look. Is more to come?
What if that was the end of this? That was it.
Joel Kim Booster said it was like Blair Witch at the end.
Yeah, everyone's standing in the corner.
Just like feet and standing in the corner.
Just like what's happening over a closet, but Nene's just in a place.
But I get it.
I do too.
Oh, she's.
I do too.
We've never seen her cry like that. We've
and the
never seen her cry like that.
And the thing with Marlo is complicated because I didn't get where Marlo was coming from whatsoever to be angry with her at all. But Marlo did go to her house, but then it was just a crazy thing that Nene didn't want to see her, which is what happens sometimes when people aren't feeling well.
You're just like, I can't see anyone. And a good friend would be like, okay, are you sure? I'm just here. I'm just at the door. Okay, well, I love you. And then turn back around.
Of course. And Marlo's like, bitch, I was trying to get my hair done.
Yeah, well, Marlo is not in her right mind. And
she's not right.
Even when she tries to be a good friend, which I do believe in her heart she is trying to do, she doesn't react in a good way. Like she's not a great person.
And she was, cuddling with Nene on the couch. Yes. It was really sweet. And Greg reached out to her.
Yes,
which
he
means
did.
Did you find something, Casey?
Well, I just found what not about some man singing. Back to my notes. I have yet to find something of Nene singing Foyer. But I did find Marlo, what she said when Nene was mad. Marlo was really pissed that Nene wouldn't let her in. And Marlo said, I had to be standby on my hair appointment.
Yeah.
And then Portia offhandedly said, I was standby today and it was awful.
I loved what you said about Portia on Watch What Happens Live, that she is the Lucille Ball of, I think you've said it on the podcast.
She just is.
When she comes in a room, just like, I'm here. I don't care how late you are. It's
don't
okay.
care. I only care because I
Just
wanted
come to the
see
party.
you more.
Yeah, we needed you earlier. That's all.
Yeah.
I love Portia.
Remember when Nene didn't like Cynthia? I was like, what's happening?
I thought about that.
That was, I think, some of the bad years. Like,
Yeah.
where Nene was fighting with everybody, and I don't want to see Nene fighting with everybody.
When her testimonials are so. Oh my God. They're
when
the best.
Portia and Nene get together, it really makes me laugh.
I know. When they went shopping together.
Because they're both so funny. They're both so
I watched
funny.
that a million times when they were shopping.
They both have the funniest, like they're just hilarious together.
And I
crack each other up, which I appreciate.
I did love this party, which is the natural hair party.
Oh, they all looked gorgeous.
Yes, Nene said the party was because, I quote, I want to show people that I have hair. It's just a
I loved
great
her
reason
short hair.
for a party.
I miss Nene's short hair, that that she has.
I thought she looked amazing.
Because she
That
looks so
platinum.
beautiful.
I like her fashion.
I do too.
Me too.
And Nene also said, let's feed Marlo lots of crabs so her hair can grow back. Oh my. And Candy said, I always love a theme, but why do I have to take my hair off?
Oh, I love them all. Speaking of a crab party, to get wasted at a crab party.
Speaking of a crab party, you just said.
To get wasted.
At a crab party, and for Shamari to throw up buckets of crab.
Oh, I didn't even think about what he was throwing up.
Upset by
Eva's
that.
taupe-colored dress. Oh.
And by the way, she threw up, and the party started at 3.
Mm-hmm.
So she started early.
Yeah, and it was now like
9 o'clock.
Yeah, Candy.
Oh,
said
yeah, they
she
stayed
left
there for a
it
while. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? It's okay. I
And
take it back.
then Giovanna was there, this strange woman that is cropped up
she
before.
comes in and causes a mess and leaves.
Although Tanya was like, Giovanna, and she said, Giovanna. And then Tanya said, that's my bad. And then Giovanna said, Wakanda. Wakanda forever. I was like, what's happening?
But then remember she said Hokonda?
Hokonda.
Oh, my God.
Hokonda. Oh, guys, it was wild. I just feel really bad for Nene.
I do too.
Me too.
It was wild.
And I feel for Greg. And that is a couple that I love.
Me
and
too.
I need to see be well, be happy.
They're the
be
Ken
together.
and Lisa of, like, they are each other's whole world.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I'm glad Nene and Marlo kind of got back together.
Me
a
too,
bit.
because I like those two together too.
Yeah.
I still miss Kenya.
Me too.
You do.
Yeah, I do. And I miss Sheree.
I do not miss Sheree. No.
What's happening with what's happening with
Joggers.
both of them?
Joggers.
Sheree's line of joggers is pending, and
Wait, long line of what?
joggers, her joggers.
Joggers. Yes.
Don't you remember last year when she was like, joggers?
Yes.
And Andy was like, excuse me?
What's that now?
You're saying daughters.
No,
but yes.
and she would just go, joggers. And Andy was like, what are you saying right now?
What's happening right now?
She's like, it's a line of sportswear.
Guys,
we covered
so much, and
this has been a bucket list for me.
Oh, stop!
I'm serious. I love listening to you guys. It's like it makes my day, and I'm happy that I get to be here.
You're such a kind person and funny as the funniest person I've
true
sat
talent.
with.
Also, beyond funny, you're such a great actress.
Yes,
Danielle, thank you. You truly are. I'm so excited to see you.
Kristen Wiig, what an honor and a privilege to have you.
The honor's mine.
Night, Danielle.
Good night, Kristen.
Mexican Destiny.
Oh, I
or
was going to
Dynasties.
say, Kristen, just to sign off.
Oh, yeah.
In the words of one, Lenithia Leaks, in closing, need to sleep, wig. Close your legs to married men. Goodbye, wig. It's the dumbest thing I've ever done. Bye. Okay,
guys.
we're back.
We have a confession.
I've got my coat on. As soon as you're done, I'm walking out.
Okay, at 15 minutes and 43 seconds of the latest episode of Atlanta, we did indeed see a man in a white tux
with a microphone singing.
Emmanuel.
His name is Emmanuel, and she says, "Hi, Emmanuel."
Yep.
How could we have
How we
missed
missed it completely?
It was like the thing I focused on.
And we gaslighted you and made you think you were crazy.
Sorry.
I was so in my head that I needed you to
Yeah,
because
I had to get my iPad
was going to spin
out of my guest house. It was pouring down rain, and I said, I'm going to get it.
And
But in my
you
head,
were.
I thought, there's no
I was
there's
like,
no
she's
man.
losing her mind.
Yeah. Well, there he was. It was kind of like in 3 Men and a Baby where you see the little ghost. The
But
guy.
there's another scene of him that I'm going to show you
There's
afterwards. We're not going to bother
Two
doing it right now.
times Emmanuel appears.
Twice he appeared.
And he's singing. He's got a huge microphone. He's wearing a big white tux. And Casey and I just missed it.
Wow.
She hired this man to sing.
And then and I just thought she was dancing around.
No.
Me too. I was like, Nini's in a tough spot.
What's worse?
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. And I'm so sorry, Kristen.
And you know what? I'm happy we have an answer to one thing in this episode.
We do have an answer, and you provided it for us, which is his name is Emmanuel. There is a man singing in Nini's house.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, this is Arnie Niekamp from the Improv Fantasy Podcast, Hello from the Magic Tavern. I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the magical land of Foon, and I started a podcast. Season 3 has just begun with a brand new adventure to defeat the Dark Lord. If you're a new listener or you've fallen behind, Season 3 is a great jumping on point, and we've got great guests like Justin McElroy,
I sound like a fancy college professor. 8 nuts.
Rachel Bloom,
You want to see my collection of men corpses and one woman?
Felicia Day, and Colton Dunn,
You've seen me have intercourse with a variety of species.
It's a bummer.
Andy Daly,
You have the members of Genesis listed, but Phil Collins is crossed out and then circled and crossed out again.
Yes, I have killed Phil Collins twice.
Thomas Middleditch,
Jesus! I mean, Jesus! Ruler of the Eighth Circle!
and that's just the beginning. Season 3 of Hello from the Magic Tavern is out now. Listen in Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. 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 Wherever you get your podcasts.